Good Thursday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to tonight's top stories, let's take a look outside that weather window on this Thursday. A little bit breezy out there, but boy, noticeably cooler. In fact, almost 15 degrees cooler in most locations than we've seen, over the past about 10 days or so. It made for a beautiful shot of the Wenatchee Valley today, and that's from our cross camera up on Wenatchee Heights. Here's your forecast as we head into Friday. It's going to be very pleasant once again tomorrow. Not as much wind with highs in the mid-80s, and then things are going up. We're looking at low 90s for Saturday, probably mid to upper 90s on Sunday, and then for the Wenatchee Valley on both Monday and Tuesday, high temperatures between 100 and 105 degrees. We'll tell you how long this next heat wave will last coming up in your weather forecast a little bit later on. And now a few of the news stories we're following for you tonight. 2 women are sought on warrants for their alleged part in a conspiracy to sell large amounts of methamphetamine and fentanyl out of a Wenatchee motel. An Army sergeant pleaded guilty yesterday to charges of voyeurism and reported to the Chelan County Jail. And voting results posted yesterday showed Matt Larkin extending his lead now over fellow Republican Reagan Dunn as the two battle to oppose 8th Congressional District Representative Kim Schrier in the November general election. But first, our top story tonight. The Vantage Highway fire has grown now to more than 26,500 acres and was 21% contained as of this morning. The fire was first reported Monday morning and briefly threatened the town of Vantage and has closed the Vantage Highway. Fire officials said they hope to have the highway reopened sometime today. 1 cabin and 3 outbuildings have been destroyed in that fire. Yesterday afternoon, firefighters had a new fast-growing wildfire to deal with about 12 miles southwest of Ellensburg in Kittitas and Yakima counties. The Cow Canyon fire has now burned more than 1,500 acres and threatened about 50 homes or structures since first being reported about 2:45 p.m. Some areas remain under Level 3 Get Out Now evacuation notices, but no structures have been reported lost. The fire is burning in grass, sagebrush, and timber. 2 women are sought on warrants for their alleged part in a conspiracy to sell large amounts of methamphetamine and fentanyl out of a Wenatchee motel. 37-year-old Ashley Catherine Young of Wenatchee and 27-year-old Patrice Mendez of Yakima were charged this week with 2 counts each of drug possession with intent to deliver. The Columbia River Drug Task Force says the 2 worked with 3 men, Nabiel Akhdari, Tyson Horner, and Brandon Lux, who allegedly kept 1.5 pounds of meth and 1,000 fentanyl pills in a motel room for sale. 2 of the men are charged with possession with intent to sell in federal court. A Chelan County judge issued warrants for Young and Mendez on Tuesday. An Army sergeant pleaded guilty yesterday to charges of voyeurism and reported to the Chelan County Jail. In December of 2019, 31-year-old Stephen Jacob Olson was staying in a vacation rental home on Blewett Pass when he allegedly placed a hidden camera in the bathroom to record his housemates. Olson initially faced 5 counts of first-degree voyeurism and agreed in Chelan County Court to plead guilty to 2 counts while still denying he'd committed the crime. He's due to be sentenced September 14th when he could face a 4-month sentence. Olson, who now lives in Texas, asked to be jailed immediately in order to earn credit for time served. He must also register as a sex offender upon his release. Voting results posted yesterday showed Matt Larkin now extending his lead over fellow Republican Reagan Dunn as the 2 battle to oppose 8th Congressional District Representative Kim Schrier in the November general election. After leading Dunn by fewer than 100 votes after Tuesday's primary election night count, Larkin now is ahead by more than 2,500 votes. There are still thousands of votes left to be counted in the 6-county district, including in King County, where Dunn has seen his strongest support. Schrier, a Democrat, easily advanced to the general election in her effort to secure a 3rd term in Congress. Well, when we come back, Wenatchee-based Confluence Health announced a partnership yesterday with Virginia Mason Franciscan Health to provide specialty pharmacy services in north central Washington. When Wenatchee Police Chief Steve Crown finishes his term as president of the Washington Association of Sheriffs and Police Chiefs next year, he'll be replaced by yet another Wenatchee Valley law enforcement official. And twice a year, the Washington State Department of Transportation acts as crossing guards on Blewett Pass for about 2,000 sheep as they're moved to new grazing land. We'll show you the video. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
The best pizza in the known universe is right here at downtown Chelan, so come on up. For the best locally crafted beer and barbecue in Chelan, come on up.
For the best down-home scratch country cooking in north central Washington, you'll find it in Manson. Come on up.
Come on up. Come on up.
Come on up.
Let Mary Maid's custom cleaning experts help you clean up your to-do list. Between work, kids, and pets, it's hard to find time to keep up. Let Mary Maids of Wenatchee help. Mary Maid's cleaning experts can help keep your home or business fresh, neat, and exactly how you'd clean it if you only had the time. Call now for a free estimate, 509-663-1710. Serving Chelan and Douglas counties. Mary Maids, let us help.
It has really been a great partnership between Succession and NCWLIFE. It's not always easy to sit in front of a camera or a microphone, but you guys have made it a really nice process.
It's a little scary at first, right? You're just throwing money out there hoping it comes back. And to see those results come back through and see people walk through the door and say, hey, saw your TV advertisement. Those are the kinds of things that you see the return on. And when you look at the cost spent, you know you're making a return on it. NCWLIFE really does a great job of exposing our brand and Succession wines to north central Washington. There's a huge market here and market potential that NCWLIFE is able to help us capture, spread who we are, and tell the world about what Succession does, and they are a great avenue for that.
Welcome back. In another news, Wenatchee-based Confluence Health announced a partnership yesterday with Virginia Mason Franciscan Health to provide specialty pharmacy services in north central Washington. Called Madrona Health, it expands into this region services already provided by Seattle-based Virginia Mason Franciscan in 6 states. Confluence said the partnership will increase access in this area to vital specialty medicines for patients with rare or complex conditions. The 50-50 joint venture will bring those pharmaceutical services to Confluence's 2 hospitals and other care sites, as well as give local patients access to Madrona Health's 11 hospitals, cancer centers, and hundreds of clinics throughout the country. Well, when Wenatchee Police Chief Steve Crown finishes his term as president of the Washington Association of Sheriffs and Police Chiefs next year, he'll be replaced by yet another Wenatchee Valley law enforcement official. The association announced this week that Douglas County Sheriff Kevin Morris will lead their 15-member executive board in 2023. Morris was appointed to the executive board by Crown. WASPC is made up of 39 county sheriffs and 240 police chiefs from Washington. Well, as we go to break, twice a year, the Washington State Department of Transportation acts as crossing guards on Blewett Pass for about 2,000 sheep as they are moved to new grazing land. That happened again on Tuesday, with the state reporting everything went smoothly for the sheep, a few shepherds, and some very good dogs. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's features story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
Traditional values and innovation in honoring the life of each family we serve is part of the ministry of Heritage Memorial Chapel. Our staff is committed to walk with your family with compassion through this time of grief. We are here to help and here to serve, the right kind of help when you need it most. Heritage Memorial Chapel.
At D.A. Davidson in Wenatchee, they believe your investment success begins with a personalized plan. A plan that is the roadmap you need to navigate your way to living your best years in retirement. D.A. Davidson can help you create a plan so you can take the time to enjoy the finer things in life. Let the financial advisors at D.A. Davidson help chart your retirement future today. Wenatchee Apple Sox Baseball is on the NCWLIFE channel. Coverage is brought to you by AmeriCorps, Chelan Douglas Community Action Council, Apple Valley Honda, Bob's Burgers and Brew, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, JDSA Law, Mini Blinds and more. That Pizza Place in Cashmere, Together for Youth, Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center, and Walkabout Grill. It's Apple Sox Baseball, live on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel.
Hi, I'm Kerry Condata, host of the 12th District TV show right here on the NCWLIFE channel. We're available 5 times a week on air and also at ncwlife.com streaming. You can even find our archives for older shows. We cover business and politics like nobody else. From an insider's perspective, someone that's been self-employed for 30 years and in the legislature for 16 years. You'll get it all right here every week on the 12th District. Won't you join us?
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Time now for our weekly Pause for Pets feature from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. Tonight we meet a sweet dog named Coco.
Hi, my name's Jenny, and I'm the Animal Behavior Coordinator here at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. And today I have with me Coco. Coco's been here for a little while, and we're not really sure why, because she's probably one of the most affectionate huskies I have ever met. She's a little slow at times and a little leery just to when she first meets you, just because she wants to make sure you're okay. But give her, 10 seconds and she warms right up. Yeah, she is a favorite of our staff here. She likes to give what we call hugs. She goes up to playgroup and she plays with, she prefers just the small groups. Her best friend here is Oso. Sorry, honey. And she has another friend named Bo. She prefers the smaller groups of playgroup to a large chaotic group. Overall, she's just a mellow, and I know that's kind of an oxymoron when you're talking huskies, but she's a mellow husky that's lovely. She's well trained. She's easy to walk on leash. She knows her basic commands. Overall, she's going to make somebody a really great companion. She's up for any adventures as long as it involves her person. Right?
The Wenatchee Valley Humane Society is located at 1474 South Wenatchee Avenue and is open 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. and closed 1:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. for quiet hour. Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org.
Yeah, you're such a pretty girl.
Time now to take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope your Thursday was a good one. Boy, much cooler out there today, and I'm sure you noticed that if you're outside at all today. Beautiful shot all around the Wenatchee Valley today. We did have quite a bit of cloudiness this morning, even some light rain showers up around Lake Wenatchee. That cleared out, and then our skies were blue this afternoon. We did see some windy conditions at times, but look at that high temperature. Unofficially today, 79 degrees, 10 degrees below where we should be for this time of year, and about 20 degrees or more cooler than we've seen over the past 10 days or so. 63 our overnight low, and that's pretty much in line with our normal low temperature of 64. Record low 53 in 1962. By the way, 1961, a hot summer. Our record high 109 degrees. Sunrise 5:43 this morning, and the sun sets now right at 8:30. Let's take a look at your Friday temperatures, and I'll tell you what, if you have a chance to get outside tomorrow, please do. It is going to be a gorgeous day around our area. 85 in Moses Lake, Ephrata, and Quincy. Wenatchee Valley, we should see 85 as well. 83 down in Ellensburg. Nice cool day up in Lake Wenatchee at 78 and 85 as well tomorrow in Chelan. So one more day of below normal temperatures, and then our temperatures are going up in a big way. Tonight, clear skies. We are seeing low pressure here, high pressure out in the Pacific, and squished in right in the middle. That's where we're seeing those windy conditions, and that's us right here in Washington State. We can expect some different conditions tomorrow, though, as low pressure continues to move east. We'll see warmer weather for Friday, as I mentioned, with high temperatures mainly in the mid-80s. Boy, just a beautiful, pleasant day out there tomorrow. For Saturday, sunshine. This area of high pressure begins to slide into the Pacific Northwest. That's going to warm us up at least into the low 90s as we get into Saturday afternoon. And then the heat wave begins in earnest on Sunday. Sunny skies. We're looking at high temperatures in the upper 90s as we end our weekend. And folks, it's going to get even hotter than that as we start our next work week. Sunny and hot. High temperatures between 100 and 105. You can see the arrows, and that's our airflow moving up from the south, bringing us all of that desert southwest heat. For Tuesday, mostly sunny, still hot with highs between 100 and 105. A little moderation as we get into Wednesday. Also a little bit of wind, especially in northeastern Washington on Wednesday. Still going to be a scorcher out there, though, with high temperatures at the end of our forecast still in the upper 90s. Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast now. 55 degrees. Open up those windows overnight tonight. 85 tomorrow. It is just going to be a beautiful Friday. Saturday, a little bit warmer and not bad, 92. And here's where the heat comes in, beginning on Sunday. Sunny skies Sunday right through Wednesday. We'll see 98 Sunday, 103 on Monday, 102 Tuesday, and then 98 as we get you into Wednesday. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Raising a family may have seemed overwhelming to your parents, but they weren't. Coach, teacher, life guide, caregiver. Family takes care of family. And as the circle of life continues, you now are their caregiver. It may seem overwhelming, but we're here to help you find the support services necessary so you can provide quality care to your elders.
Call Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington at 1-800-572-4459.
Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, located on South Wenatchee Ave, has the largest selection of spas and swim spas in town. Stay cool this summer in an artesian swim spa and use it all year long. We enjoy helping families reconnect one spa at a time. Hot tubs are proven to improve sleep and decrease arthritis pain. Our passion is water, so please bring us a water sample, and we will help you diagnose your pool or spa water for free. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, your pool and spa experts.
With TV advertising, what we want to do is more deeply connect with the community.
People spot me in different parts around North Central, Costco and Wenatchee, say, hey, you're the pizza guy. And so they wouldn't know that if it weren't for the TV commercials we've done.
We've been here so long that people already know who we are and what we do, but to have that image flash on their television screen as opposed to just hearing it on the radio or seeing it in the newspaper, I just love the fact that we can actually put our finger on when a customer comes in and says, I saw your ad.
It's becoming increasingly difficult in this digital age to know where are your customers listening or watching, because I watch all the different channels that they watch too, like Cooking Channel, History Channel, and so it was wonderful to be able to be on there.
I would say that if you want to do business in Wenatchee, then you should connect with the people of Wenatchee, and there's no better way to do that than with NCWLIFE.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Thursday. The Mariners finished off their 7-game road trip with 2 straight wins over the Yankees, including a 7-3 win yesterday afternoon. Seattle jumped on New York starter Garrett Cole for 3 home runs in the first inning to grab a lead they'd never surrender.
Gino drives one left field. Giddy up, baby, gone! A 3-run homer. Eugenio Suarez, he's hot, he's back, and the Mariners have a 3-0 lead. This is driven way deep. That baby's long gone. Carlos Santana. 4-0 Seattle in the first. There you go. High drive, right field. Jared Cole. Kelnick with a home run off of Garrett Cole. A beautiful moment. It is 6-0, everybody. 6-0 Mariners. 3 home runs. What a parade.
Up the middle, there's 1 run. So a base hit and an RBI for Conafalefa. Benintendi scores, and the Yankees now trail by 5, 6-1.
There you go, high drive, right field. Goodbye, Jesse Winker. Off the facing of the second deck, and a Mariner lead goes to 7-1 here at Yankee Stadium. 4th home run this afternoon. Take your time, Jess. Take your time. Home run number 10. RBI number 38.
Here is Higashioka. High drive, left field. That ball is gone. A 2-run home run for Higashioka. And the Yankees pull to within 4 at 7-3.
1-0. Right to Jay. Oh, just gorgeous. On the short hop. 2-1 pitch. This stays inbound. This is going to be the game right here. It is going to be the ball game.
Luis Castillo, making his debut in a Seattle uniform after being traded from Cincinnati, earned the win with 8 strikeouts over 6 2/3. Manager Scott Service says he hopes the offensive output continues.
Couldn't be any prouder of our group, how we showed up the last couple of days. We really swung the bats. That was the key to this series. You have to put big point numbers up here in Yankee Stadium to beat this club, and we were able to do it. So jumping on Garrett Cole early, that's the key. Any of the great pitchers in this league, you got to get them before they settled in. And, you know, Gino took advantage of a breaking ball, middle of the plate. Santana follows it up, and good for Jared Kelnick. You know, it has been quite a year. Hopefully that gets him going. I thought his at-bats today were really good, but say all that offensively, and it would made things a little bit easier for our newest addition, Luis Castillo. I thought he was awesome. I couldn't be any more excited about what he's going to bring to our ball club, the stability, taking the ball every 5th day, the confidence, the stuff, pitching in this environment. He just pitched against them, I don't know, 10 days, a couple weeks ago, and he does not back off. It was fun to see. I told him yesterday, talking to him, I said, your best friend on our team is going to be J.P. Crawford. And when JP made the dive and stop of the line drive by Hicks from the mound, he looked at me in the dugout. He's like, yeah, you're right. So JP had a great game defensively. It was really the key to the ball game tonight. Pitching, obviously the big home runs, but you got to run prevention. And there's nobody better in my mind than JP Crawford. He was all over the field today. So.
As the Mariners prepare to host the Angels for 3 games in 2 days, including a split doubleheader on Saturday, they hope to have Ty France back in the lineup tomorrow. There's also should be word on the return of Mitch Haniger from his rehab assignment soon. Julio Rodriguez will not be back until next week. Another American League West play, Ryan McKenna and Robinson Chirinos each homered to help Baltimore sweep Texas 6-3. Jose Urquidy struck out 10 over 7 innings, and he and 2 relievers combined to hold Boston to 1 run on 4 hits in Houston's 6-1 victory. Jose Altuve provided the spark offensively for the Astros, going 4 for 4 with a run. Sean Murphy's 2-run home run off Shohei Ohtani in the 6th was enough to propel Oakland over the Angels 3-1. Seattle holds down the second American League wildcard spot, 2 games back of Toronto, 1 in front of Tampa Bay. The Rays edge the Blue Jays 3-2. Cleveland is a game back of Tampa Bay after the Guardians topped Arizona 7-4. Baltimore's win keeps the Orioles a game and a half back, while the White Sox kept pace by downing Kansas City 4-1. Well, the Wenatchee Apple Sox hope to lock down their first playoff spot since 2019. There's no margin for error. Wenatchee took advantage of 5 errors by Yakima Valley last night for an 8-3 win at County Stadium. The Sox broke open a 2-2 tie in the 7th, scoring 4 runs on Xander Orahudos' RBI single, an error, a bases-loaded walk, and a wild pitch. We get more on the game from the voice of the Apple Sox, Joel Norman.
The Apple Sox scored 4 runs in the 7th inning to break open a 2-2 tie and then added 2 more in the 8th to pick up an 8-3 victory over the Yakima Valley Pippins on Wednesday night at Yakima County Stadium. The Sox offense woke up a little bit late. They were trailing 2-0 going into the 5th before scoring twice in that frame. Joichiro Oyama would drive in 1 run with his second of 3 hits on the night. Oyama has now recorded 20 multi-hit games in all 50 games that he has played in here this summer. For the Apple Sox on the mound, it was a little bit of a struggle until Jack DiDonato came onto the bump. He entered in the 5th inning and went the distance. He only allowed 1 run in 5 innings of relief and struck out 3 to pick up his first win of the season. It's another rubber match for the Apple Sox as they take on the Yakima Valley Pippins on Thursday night at 7:05 p.m. The Apple Sox look to take this series and move closer to a playoff spot. They currently are sitting all alone in the second half, leading the way in the North Division and getting closer to potentially clinching a playoff berth. With your Apple Sox update, I'm Joel Norman.
Thank you much, Joel. Here's the latest in the standings Joel referred to in the West Coast League's North Division for the second half of the season. Wenatchee is a half game in front of Victoria, a full game in front of Edmonton, and now 2 out in front of Bellingham for that second half title. The Bells have already clinched a playoff spot by winning the first half title. Second half title would put Wenatchee into the postseason and host a first round best of 3 playoff series. Well, Anthony Kadama taking a look at the rest of the West Coast League last night. He paced Port Angeles with a 5-3 win over Edmonton. Second baseman was 2 for 3 with a run and 4 RBI to lead the lefties. Josh Walker was a home run away from the cycle as Victoria beat Bellingham 11-5. The junior at Sacramento State had 4 hits and drove in 4 runs for the Harbor Cats. Corvallis has scored 2 runs on a wild pitch, and Kiko Romero's RBI single in the 7th inning to come from behind to beat Ben 5-4. Michael Campagna's 2-run single highlighted a 3-run 8th inning as Portland overcame Cowlitz 6-4. Richfield's Jacob Sharp had a home run and drove in 4 for the Raptors in 11-4 win in Walla Walla. Tyrell Chadwick grounded into a fielder's choice that scored Tommy Green in the 7th inning to lift Kamloops over Kelowna 5-4. Aaron Marsh's bases-loaded walk in the 5th inning proved to be the difference for Nanaimo as the Night Owls edged Springfield 3-2. We'll be out at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium tomorrow night as Wenatchee returns home to host Walla Walla. I'll have your play-by-play with a pregame at 6:30 here on the NCWLIFE channel. Well, the Seahawks continue training camp at the VMAC in Renton, preparing for Saturday's mock game. Drew Locke continues to find the end zone in practice more often than Geno Smith. The defense also continues to impress during one drill after another. Saturday's game at Lumen Field gets underway at 2:30. The Seattle's first preseason game is a week from Saturday in Pittsburgh. By the way, the Raiders in Jacksonville kick off the season tonight with a Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio. That's on the way. That's on right now on NBC. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Grandstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. And can't wait for football to start. And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-NCWL. That's 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for being with us and have a great night.
The 1-2 pitch swung on and hit in the air. That's a base hit. Going to score 1 and lead. Wenatchee Apple Sox baseball is on the NCWLIFE channel. Join us for live play-by-play coverage as the Apple Sox take on the Walla Walla Sweets Friday, August 5th. Pre-game at 6:30, first pitch at 6:35. It's the Sweets and Apple Sox as we celebrate summer 1 inning at a time, live on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel.